Right. So, welcome again to another session of SQL. My name is Godwin, and I'll be your tutor for this evening. So I just want to recap substring. At the moment, we're looking at how we handle strings in SQL, and we are at the point of substrings, how to use the substring command. So let's see. We have a table here, and we're going to use this attribute. We're going to use the employee number attribute. If you look carefully at this attribute, you see that it's made up of a letter and then numbers. So we did say last week that we can split up, if we have a mix of characters, we can actually split up any string that we have, depending on how we just want to split it up. We can split up anything. So in this particular instance, if assuming we want to separate the alphabetical part from the integers, we know that the alphabet is the first character, isn't it? So what we do from that, which attribute are we using? Instead of selecting all, we just select the employee number. Select employee number. That's the attribute we want to use. And then we use the substring keyword. Substring. Where do we want to apply the substring? We want to apply the substring on employee number. Employee number. That is where we want to apply the substring. Which part of the employee number are we looking for? In this particular instance, we are just looking for the first part. So that is the first character. And how many characters do we want returned? We want one character returned. And we can give this an alias. We can give it an alias as alphabetic parts. That's the alphabetic part of the string, right? So if we execute this, that gives us that. It cuts off all of that. And also, if we want to just, let's say we want to find the first two, instead of finding just the first character, assuming we want to find just the first two. So the same query, we're starting from the first character, but now we want two characters returned. So it wouldn't be alphabetic part anymore because it's now the alphabet and number, right? So let's give it an alias as what? First two characters. First two characters. That gives us this. Right? And if we want just the numeric part, before that, before we go into just the numeric part, assuming we want to start from the second character, but we want two, instead of just the first and the second, we want the second. We want to start now from the second character, and we want two characters. So which characters will it give us? It will give us the second and the third, isn't it? The second and the third. We are starting from the second, and we want two. So it gives us the second and the third. So it marks the same way, assuming we want the numeric part, just the numeric part. We can find all of the numeric parts. How do we get that? We know that the numeric part starts from 2. There is only one alphabetic character here. So we know that the numeric part starts from the second character. So we start from the second. And how many characters are after that? Let's say 10. We don't know. Let's assume we don't know. So that gives us the numeric part. So where this ends really doesn't matter, so long as it contains what we want. So long as it contains what we want, it really doesn't matter. I know that the numeric part of this alphabetic number is not up to 10 characters. It's not up to 10. But just for the sake of simplicity, assuming it's more than, I can't go around counting all in 134 strings. So I can just choose a number. It doesn't matter whether or not. It doesn't matter if it is more than what is here. It will return everything, so long as what is there is within the number specified here. So it gives us the numeric part. Okay? It gives us the numeric part. Did we do len last week? I'm not sure we did len. Did we do len? Did we do len? Let me see the notes I sent to you. Did we do len? Can somebody check? Did we do len?
Godwin?
Yep.
I'm having a problem. When I notice some queries when I put them, I don't know whether it's from my data set. It doesn't return anything. It will tell me it's wrong or something.
Okay, let's see your let me stop sharing and you share screen. Let's see what you have. I don't think it's
I've
your
been wondering what the problem is. Is it that
wait one moment first. Let me see let me see if we did len last week. Oh yeah, we did len. That's good. That's quite good. We did len. And what is the len used for? Okay, let me stop sharing and then you can share your screen, okay? And then we can have a look. Yep, share your screen. Let's see what you got. Who is Maribel? Maribel BA.
Good evening, Godwin.
Good evening. Are you visiting us for the first time?
Yes.
Okay. Vivian, is this the Vivian that I know? Or is it a different Vivian?
Good evening. It's a different Vivian.
Okay.
Godwin, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. What is the problem with it?
I don't know. I'm running the same thing you're running, but it's not coming up.
No, you are not running the same thing I'm running.
I'm not.
No.
Mm-hmm.
The very first week, we outlined some rules. You failed one of those rules. While substring is a part of the select statement, from is not. So bring from close the, remove the, what is it called? the tab. Let from and select be aligned.
Okay. Like that? Okay.
Yep. Now run it. Let's see. Okay. Now move your substring back a bit. Where are you getting this from? Open your data set. Let me see whether you have that database there.
It's employee details, isn't it?
Employee details, yes. Let's see if you have the data set there. Open it up. Okay, you have it. You have it. So why is it coming up like that?
Let me, what's it
Select.
in? It's message 8116, level 16, state 1, line 4. Argument data type, money is invalid for argument 1 of substring function.
Argument data type, money is invalid. Where from the money?
I don't know.
Select that state, that query again. Let me see. Employees. Do you have employees? Yes, you have employees there. You have employees.
This SQL, I don't know when I will learn it though. It's too, I don't know. Is there no other way we can query data without this SQL? Must we use it in querying your data?
If you want to query data, the best query tool is SQL. That is what it's for.
But it's too complicated. I don't
It's
know.
not complicated. That you are not getting it now does not mean you will not get it. Right? It's not complicated. Run that query again. Let's hold on.
Select employee number, yeah. Substring employee number 2 to as first 2 character, yeah, from employees.
Select employee number, substring. Okay, close the gap between substring and the bracket. Let's see if that would work.
Yeah, I think it might work. Yeah. So just because of that, listen, that's why it didn't execute. Oh, it's still giving me the same problem. What's the problem now? This is still saying argument data type, money is invalid. I don't know. How do I look at this data set?
Okay, select all from employees. Let's see the first query.
Okay.
Run that. Let's see what you have there. So what do you have? Open your.
So I have, yeah.
Okay, let's employee number. What do you have on the employee number?
I have numbers, list of numbers for all the way down.
Okay, so you see employee number, you don't have what I have. I don't know where your E has gone to.
E. Okay, there's no E in it,
There's
yeah?
no E there.
Where did you get your E then? Because I uploaded what you gave us. Or do I have different thing?
Are you sure you uploaded what I gave you? Or maybe you deleted
You know, I've been having problem with this data, so I keep deleting and uploading. Oh, where is the...
Is any other person having the same problem? Is any other person having the same problem?
Where did we have this data set? Even when I deleted the first one because it was double, I tried to, upload it again to replace whatever was there. Except, I don't know. I went back to the, where you gave us this data set to reload.
Maybe I'll send it back. I'll send it to you again.
Mm.
And maybe you just delete this one and then put that one back there.
So what I'm going to delete is the DBO employees, yeah?
Yeah. Wait,
But
just one moment.
it's like that's the one that is the problem because that's where.
I'm going to post it again on the chat, on the Telegram group, okay?
Okay. Let me stop sharing, yeah?
Yeah, you can stop sharing. Yep, I've posted it again.
Okay.
Let me open it and see if it has the correct things.
Yeah, it does have the E. I can see the E. So I'll
can.
try to upload it now. See?
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, should we continue? Try to upload that one and let's see. Delete what you have there and upload a new one. Let's see
Okay.
if that would work, okay? But really and truly, that shouldn't be an issue.
Mm.
The E not being there shouldn't be an issue, but maybe your whole data set is corrupted. I don't know.
Mm. Okay.
Because even without the E there, you are saying it should give you the first two, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you should return the first two characters. Because it doesn't specify what character. It doesn't say you should just return alphabetic characters. No, it just says return the first two. So regardless of the E not being there, you should still return the first two characters. So maybe your data set is somehow corrupted. So just reload it and let's see how it goes, okay?
Okay.
Okay, let's return. Let's come back. Right. So that is, we did learn last week, right? So does anybody want a refresher on learn? What do we use learn for?
I want a refresher, Godwin, please.
We want a refresher. Who is speaking?
Yes. Is Sheila?
Osla.
Yes.
I can't believe that.
Because I actually wasn't on when you taught
Okay,
it.
no. I'm only pulling your legs. Don't worry. So len is used to find length, okay? Length of the character.
Oh, okay.
Length of the character. Now, again, let's use the employee number, all right? Let me just copy this. Let me just copy this and then change a few things to stop typing. And instead of substring, I just use len. Len of employee number. So I'm only looking for the length of the character. I don't need all of these. I don't need all of that. So this is length of character. length of character. So if I run this, and this is quite an important, this thing, the length is quite very important. If you have to use it, it's important. As you see like this, it looks like simple thing. It doesn't do anything, but it does a lot, especially when you combine the length with other things, which we shall see this evening. We shall see that this evening. Let me see something here. Let me see something here. Wait, so len, we've done substring, we've done len. What else have we done? We've done substring, we've done len, we've done cases. Now we go to trim. We did the upper and lower case last week, right? So let's go to trim. After then we will later on combine some of these things to see how to use them. Not just one, not just two, but a combination of all of these things. So let us look at trim. Now, trim has got two variants. We have left trim, which is also written as left trim, and we have right trim. We have right trim. Which is written as you can already guess, R trim. Okay, now what is the use of this? What is trim used for? Left trim is used in removing. Let me come up with this. Remember this table? We saw this last week, right?
Yes.
Good. Let's look particularly at this column. Salesman's name. And we noticed last week that there are spaces for some of these rows. There are spaces to the left, right?
Yeah.
Very easy to see. Example, Phil Smith, Lee and Sylvia. Is there any other one? Sheila. Right? There are spaces. You can see clearly that there are spaces. How many spaces do you think Phil Smith has got?
Maybe
Compare with Sheila and Lee.
It's 2.
2.
Yeah.
It's 2. Okay, that's fine. How about right spaces? Are there spaces to the right? Is it easy to see whether or not there are spaces to the right?
No, it's not easy to see at a first glance until you put the cursor there.
Let's put the cursor in and see. Look at this.
Yes.
Look at where the cursor is at this point. And look at where the cursor is for this.
Yeah.
So is there a space to the right of John?
Yes.
Yes, there is a space. Let's check this one too and see. Is there a space to the right of Smith?
No.
Okay, what about Lowe?
No.
Will?
No.
Douglas?
No.
Mike?
Yes.
Yeah, in fact, there are a lot of spaces to the right of Mike. Let me see how many spaces there are. 1, 2, 3 spaces to the right of Mike. Sylvia, no. Sheila, no. Hans, no.
No, but I think that is that dot.
Yeah, that's a different matter. We'll look at that separately.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a different matter. Okay, so we want to see how we can remove these spaces, because these spaces, if we have to present data to management and we're going to present data to this to management like this, we will be deemed as not knowing what we are about. Apart from that, if you are to put this in a visualization tool, the fact that there are spaces here, assuming there were figures, assuming these were figures, it would affect them. Because mind you, if this was a figure and there was a space, this space could easily be filled with maybe a space filler, 0, and it would seriously affect your output. You get that?
Yes.
So you want to remove spaces to the left and you want to remove spaces to the right. And that is what the trim function does. Right? So let us, for example, let's say we select. Now let's where is this is company locations, isn't it? This table is company locations, and it is under, I think I have it under, do I have it? Yeah, I have it under employees. So let's keep this database. So left trim spaces to the left. Let me write that here. To the left of a string. And right trim spaces. Trim spaces to the right of a string. What about, okay, let's do these two first, and then we'll come down to the third part of trim. So let us select, let's first select all. What we are looking at, what is this? We're looking at salesman's name, isn't it? That is what we are looking at under company locations.
Yes.
That is where we have the issue. So the attribute we want to work on is salesman's name. Are we getting that?
Yeah.
So select salesman's name. Sales. How is that written? How is that written? Okay, let me select all first, and let's see how it is written in the database.
Okay.
Select all from company locations. Let's see how it is written in the database. Then we can salesman underscore name. So select salesman underscore name from company locations. So this is just what we are looking for. We just get that. That gives us this here. Right. Now we want to trim. So we use the left trim function. Left trim. left trim, L trim, salesman's name, salesman name, as left trim. Well, let's see what we got. So you would see that it removes all the spaces to the left. Difficult to see, but look at it carefully. Are they properly aligned here compared with the alignment there?
Yes.
You would see here that there is space there. Difficult to see, but yeah, it does the job quite well.
Mm.
And in much the same way, we can then do a right trim to trim spaces to the right. And obviously, in this particular case, you wouldn't see it because it's trim. Okay, so what happens here? We run this, we get everything taken off. And now all spaces have been removed. Spaces to the left and spaces to the right have both been removed. Okay? Is there a better way to do this? To make this all in one single sweep? One in a go, or just one go. And that is the word trim itself. So trim, if you just use trim, this trims spaces to both left and right. It does the two things in one go. It does the two things in one go. And this would do the two in one go. Trim both. Trim both. Left and right. This does both. Okay. That is for trim. But is our data clean as it is? Do you think the data as we have is clean enough? So in this particular instance, what we have just done is remove spaces to the left and to the right. Okay? But we see that our data also has got a number of unwanted characters.
Yes, there is all this and sign, full
There is
stop,
ampersand, there is full stop.
and then two names. I don't know why you should have
Which one?
names.
Two names?
Owen and Mary Douglas.
Well, even that doesn't matter.
Okay.
Somebody can have a number of names.
Or maybe husband and wife.
Yeah. Okay. In this particular case, you can say it's husband and wife. Or if you like, you can even remove the and. But apart from that, that really doesn't matter because somebody can be called Olugbenga Kayode Alao.
Not Olugbenga Kayode and Alao. When you put and in it, it doesn't make sense.
Okay. I get what you mean. Yeah, if we like, we can take it out. If we like, we can take it out. And we shall see how we will take that out. I've given you a word already. What word do you think that is? I gave you that word last week. What word do you think we would use?
It can be drop.
No. It can't be drop. Drop is a serious word.
And it can be delete.
Never. It can be delete. So we see replace.
Godwin, can I ask a question?
Yes, you can.
All this thing I'm doing through SQL, can't I just go into the data and clean this data? Clean
Yeah,
it.
you can do that using your Power Query, isn't it? In Power BI. But
No.
assuming you don't have Power BI in your
Yes, can't I just go into the Excel tables and tidy it up?
Assuming your data is already in Excel, you were not given the. So if you are going to clean in Excel, tell me, how will you remove these in Excel?
Is it not possible to make changes?
So if there are 1 million rows, how will you do it?
Yes, it's true. It's when you have so much data. That means you're gonna waste so much time doing it step by step. Yeah. Because this SQL is driving me nuts.
You get. Okay, so if you look carefully, we use trim to get rid of spaces to the left and right.
Right.
But look carefully at this. Look carefully at this, Mary and Owen and Mary Douglas. Is there still some more space?
Yes. There's still space between and Mary.
There's too much space between and Mary. For example, we can still close it. So I've removed one space, but you see that there is still space. There are two spaces, and that is not right. That is not right. I think also that even here, let me see. No, this one is okay. But you see that there are spaces. So trim doesn't remove spaces from within the characters. It only removes from outside. Do we get that? So how can we remove the space that is within the characters? And that is where
also I'm noticing space in other columns as
which one is that?
And the E1. Well, on D, what's that D? What's the D again? D is
salesman
name. No. And E is what? Added what?
E is added date.
Yeah, there is spaces there as well, and even updated date.
Yeah, but once we only want to get a hang of one. So once you get a hang of one, you can apply it to all other things.
Okay.
You get it. So you can just write one single query to do everything.
And there is still space, I believe, in front of Phil Smith.
Yes, there is space in front of Phil Smith, but in the SQL, in the trim that we have just done, that has been taken off using the trim.
Why is it still there? I thought we've done it yet.
No. This is the Excel sheet. We have only done it within our database.
Okay.
We have not done it on the Excel sheet. So it's simply because this is clearer, bigger and clearer. If I were to show you this is quite small, isn't it? It's difficult to see here. But if you look carefully, you will see that this space here, look at line 6. the space between Owen and and is smaller than the space between and Mary. True or false?
Yeah, true.
And that is just what we have established here. I'm only using this because this is clearer. The lettering here is bigger. Right? I could make this bigger too, but I don't want to make it too big. Oh no, it only affects the it only affects the queries. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this. So the first thing we can do, or a number of things we can use replace. Replace can be used to take out anything else that we don't want. And because it's a word replace, when you take something out, you need to replace what you have taken with some other thing. That is the meaning of replace, isn't it? Take something out, put another thing there.
But what are we gonna put there then? Because
Okay.
you don't want
Okay.
anything there, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't want anything there. So what do you put there?
Nothing.
Space.
Nothing.
Okay.
So you replace it with nothing. You take something out, you replace it with nothing. So, but how do you write that? That is what we want to see. So again, let's see. We're not going to use trim this time. We're using select salesman name. Salesman name. We want to replace the spaces, the double space. Replace.
We're not using comma this time.
Oh, we will definitely use it. We will use it.
And God, we must it be in capital letter?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So we want to replace salesman name. Salesman name. What in salesman name do we want to replace? We have seen that there are certain areas in salesman name, right?
Yeah.
Where we have what? Double space.
Yeah.
So how do we denote this double space?
That's the thing.
The hyphen.
Okay.
Space.
If I were to
hyphen.
do this, this is what? How many spaces is this?
1,
Okay. If I do that, how many spaces is that?
2.
2.
Good. Replace this with as trimmed replace. Actually, as space replaced. Replaced space. Okay, from, I haven't, the things are underlined because we haven't put our from yet. From company locations. So what we are telling the system is anywhere you see a double space,
Yeah.
put a single space.
Okay.
Anywhere you see a double space,
This
Oh, okay,
SQ
okay. I think there is an error in my this thing.
query, yeah.
Yeah. This
Like,
the double
why
space
can't
should
this
be
SQL just use simple language? Why can't you just say replace S-man name and has double space with single space?
hmm?
I got
Okay,
me.
so this will be no space. This is
Okay.
no space, okay? So this one here, what character after character. So that is no space. Okay? This one, which we wrote earlier, was just one space. One space, but we are saying double space. So replace double space with what? One space. Wherever there is a double space, replace it with a single space.
God, you're confusing me now. The first one is double space, and the second one too is double space.
The
So
second one is single space.
this second one, yeah,
Yeah, this one is single space.
it looks like
This one is double space. Look at it. Okay, let's start. Look at it carefully. Let me put the cursor here.
okay.
I'm going to move the cursor.
Yeah,
1, 2.
2. Okay, yeah,
Okay, and
yeah,
here I move it 1.
yeah.
Okay, so back here, and I move this 1, 2. 2 spaces, that is 1 space. Wherever there is a double space, replace it with a single space. That is what we are telling the system to do. And you see that Mary and Owen and then and Mary have got the same space now.
Yeah, and Ryan too.
If you compare with this, you see that. Do you get it?
Yeah, and even the space in front of Ryan is closed as well.
Yeah. The space in front of Ryan is closed because Ryan also had what? No, not Ryan. Is it
Does
Ryan?
it feel?
Yeah, Phil is also closed because I think Phil also had 2 spaces. But you can see that John is not closed
Yeah.
because John had just 1 space. Right? John has got 1 space, not 2. Look at it. John has John got a space in front of at the back of it? John has 1 space here, so we wouldn't see it. Let me see Lee and Sheila.
Godwin, how do you know they have space at the back? Because I can just see that is the way they wrote their name. They don't have surname. So how do you know that they have space
Look
at
at
the
it. Look
back?
at John. Look at where the cursor is flashing.
Okay. Remember, before you start surname, you have to give space. Anyway, like you said, it doesn't have surname. So why should that space be there?
Exactly.
Okay.
Should that space be there? Compare that with the wheel. See where the cursor
Yeah.
is when you
Yeah.
see a wheel. Do you get that? So if the surname is not there, why should there be a space there?
This is a very troublesome data.
No, it's data for learning.
Okay.
This data set has intentionally been designed for teaching purposes, for learning purposes.
So I will never meet something like this.
You can meet something like this.
If I eventually, oh
No,
God.
you will. You will meet things like this. People assuming you are employed by Tesco, you think the cashiers, those who enter data in their system, they make a lot of mistakes.
It's true.
And it will be your job to clean the data before you start working on it. Do you get that?
Yes.
Okay. Now, so clearly, though we do not see it here, I can tell you that there is still a space behind John. And why is that the case? And I think there is also a space. Is there a space behind Sheila? In front of Sheila? I'm not. It's highly likely. Yeah, it's highly likely that there is a space in front of Sheila and a space in front of Lee.
Lee. Yeah.
Why is that the case? Because here we have told the system to replace double space, not one space. We have told the system to replace double space by one space. So the next thing to do now here is where this thing becomes very interesting. It becomes very interesting. And this is where we start mixing up 2 and 3 things together. We are now going to mix this up with a trim command. We know that trim would get rid of all leading spaces
and after spaces
and lagging spaces.
Mm.
Trim will get rid of all leading and lagging spaces. So we are now going to combine this with the trim and see what we have. Trim. Trim salesman's name. So what does the trim do? It will trim both lagging, it will trim both leading and lagging spaces, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it will trim everything.
So we have to remove all those this thing then.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily.
Okay, that one can still solve the space in between, isn't it?
In between. Beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. You are very brilliant.
Godwin, please stop telling me I'm brilliant. This SQL is driving me nuts. It's like speaking in tongue, I'm telling you.
No, it's okay. It's okay. What about when you are doing something like Java? You are doing C#.
I have to learn one before you move to 2 now.
You are doing Python.
Oh, God.
So you see, here what we have told the system, it's just like, if you remember in secondary school, you would have done something called board mass.
That was that board mass, yeah. It's a kind of is it not how will I put it?
So you do what is in the brackets first, isn't it?
Yes.
So here this is the inner brackets. We deal with the inner bracket first. Trim salesman's name. When you have trim salesman's name, replace double spaces with single spaces.
Replace trim salesman name, double spaces, single spaces.
That is what this statement is saying. Do we get that? That's a matter of fact. You know what? Let me just rewrite this. Let me do this way. Place salesman name.
So we can have it like that as well. Give it a second command as well, yeah?
Pardon? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want all in one display.
Okay.
So this one is saying that this is the first command, right? This is the first bit. This is this bit here. Okay. And the second part is saying that, first of all, trim the salesman's name. That means remove leading and lagging spaces.
Yeah.
When you have done that, go into in between the words and remove wherever you see a double space, replace it with a single space. That is what this is saying. And now we have all spaces. We have lagging spaces removed, leading spaces removed. Okay. Lagging spaces removed, leading spaces removed. Any questions so far? No question? Okay. Okay, let me call this. I can't call it, I can't give you the same, I shouldn't give you the same alias. Trimmed, replace. Let me call it something different. Right? Okay. So now let's see what else can we replace? Is there something else in there that we can take out?
Yes, that and sign.
Pardon?
The and
Yes, of course,
sign.
we can take the ampersand. We can remove the ampersand. Again, let's copy this and then do another thing. Let's do it again. Let's do this again. So let's see. Salesman name, we want to remove ampersand and replace it with what?
Replace it with and.
Replace it with and. Replace it with and, because and makes better sense than ampersand. It's so let's do that. We can then write another replace. Replace and copy all of this. Okay. Comma. Again, your board math should come into play here. We want to replace ampersand. What do we want to replace it with? Somebody said we should replace it with and. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? So what we are telling the system to do here is trim salesman's name. When you have trimmed salesman's name, go into the words and replace double spaces with single space. And when you have done that, replace ampersand with and. Is that making sense?
Yes.
Mine is underlining everything. What am I not doing right?
Let's say this is a cleaner name. This name is cleaner, okay?
Blah, 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 blah.
Let's run it and see. So we are concentrating more on the ampersand here. Let's see what is going to happen with that. Would that be changed? Of course, it has been changed. So you see the ampersand has been replaced with what? And. Is that cool? Again, we can go further. There are still certain unwanted things.
Still teams it out.
What else can we remove?
Are you people done with downstairs?
Yeah.
Full stop.
What else? Full stop. Beautiful. We can remove the full stop. We can remove the full stop.
Because Lee and Sylvia also have a full stop after
Exactly.
Obey.
Hans has got a full stop. Lee and Sylvia, there's a full stop in there.
Yes.
Is there anywhere else that there's a full stop?
No, don't
No.
think so.
Okay, so we should also remove the full stops. So let's see, how do we do that? Let me copy this again. Again, we do another replace, okay? We're still replacing. Replace. And then we copy all of this. Oh, come on. We copy all of this. Comma. What do we want to replace? We want to replace full stop. What do we want to replace full stop with? What should we replace full stop with? Do we want to replace it with anything?
No.
No. We don't want to replace it with anything, so we just put this there. Mind you, this is what? No space. Right? This is no space. Why is this underlined? What alias should we give it? Any alias? What should we call it? Name without dots. Name without dots. Looks like we've made a mistake somewhere. Where is the mistake coming from?
It's underlining that bracket at the end, for the last line, yeah. Is it from there?
Hold it. That should be there. That bracket.
Does it need another replace? I'm not sure.
Oh, yes, it does need another replace. Oh, yeah, that's right. Replace. Okay, oh, yes, that's correct. Thank you. Replace. One, two, three. 1, 2, 1, 2. Something is wrong somewhere. Who can troubleshoot? Okay. That's it. So we have this, and then we run this again.
Godwin, what's at the end? Name without what? I can't see
Name
at the
without a
end.
dot.
Okay. Replace string, sales name.
So when we run this, you see that everything has now gone off. And this looks like a pretty, this looks like we got our, everything is now okay, isn't it? The full stops have gone.
Yeah.
We have Owen and Mary Douglas. That sounds better. That sounds more professional than Lee and Sylvia. Sounds more professional than Lee and Sylvia, right? Sounds
Yeah.
more professional. Okay. So this is how we can use replace. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting. What is after replace? Let me see. What are the notes we got? What's after replace? Char index.
If I get your public voice again, I will come up and destroy everyone. You have your beat. I don't want to hear your public voice.
Can the person mute, please? We got some noise coming in the background. Can you mute, please? Char index. This is an important and very interesting concept also. Very important concept. Char index. Char index. What does that mean? What is it used for? What does it mean? What is it used for? What is it used for? Character index, char index, character index. Now, let's again run this query. Let's again run this query and see what we have. Oh, why is this? Oh, no. So we actually, this should have come before. This should come under substring, right? All of this should be under substring. Notes to be affected. Substring. So let's run this query again and see what we have. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Again, if you look at, we've dealt with salesman name, right? Okay. What else can we deal with here?
We can deal with the null values. We can deal with the company strings by separating the countries from the regions.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. We can deal with, but let's forget about the null values for now. We don't want to deal with the null values. Let's leave them. Let them hang.
Okay.
Okay, let them hang where they are. Right. Now, let's look at it from the spreadsheet itself. It's clearer, isn't it? We see that the country and the region is separated by something. Who knows what that is called?
Forgotten the name.
The country and the region is separated by something that looks like one, but it's actually not one. Because look at how one is written, and that is written as something like that. What is that called? I gave you the name last week. That is called a pipe. Pipe. And you should see the pipe on your keyboard.
Yes.
I think it's on the, where is it?
It's very close to shift.
On the left.
On the left.
On the left and then
Yeah.
above the backspace, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the pipe on this particular laptop that I'm using. I don't know where I bought this laptop from. That I don't have the pipe. I can get the pipe using some other means, but my laptop at the moment hasn't got a pipe. In fact, it even hasn't got a backspace. It's funny. I don't know where I bought this laptop from, honestly. Yeah, but that's not a problem. So what we're going to do now is to find the position of the pipe using what is called the character index, the char index. So we select, and we are going to use a company string under company string, right? Because the pipe is, okay, let me give some further background. We use replace to get rid of some things. Somebody would ask, we use replace to get rid of some things within the words here. Why can we not use replace to do the same here? Who can tell us?
I think we're trying to separate we're trying to separate the words between all the words.
Pardon?
We're trying to separate the countries from the cities
Yeah,
and
we try
the
to separate, but if we use
regions.
replace, we would have to put something there, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And if we don't put anything there, like we did with the full stop,
To be empty.
then the words will come back together, wouldn't they? So we can't use replace in this particular instance. And that is where the char index comes into play. That's where the char index comes into play. So let's select what attribute do we want to select? Company string. Select company string, company string. underscore string. Where do we want to select it from? From company locations. We want to select it from company locations. So that will just give us this column. But we want to do something with this. And we say the thing that would do it is the char index. We want to find the position of this thing. We want to find the position of this pipe. We want to find the position of the pipe. Where is the pipe located? The pipe is located within company string. So what we are telling the system to do now is go into company string, select the pipe, and show us the position of the pipe for each string. And we will soon see why we need the position of that pipe. So let's run this and see. And this is telling us that the pipe is in the 8th position for this string. 8th position, counting. Let's see. If we count from the left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The pipe is in the 8th position. For France and Paris, the pipe is in the 7th position. Let's see if that is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For Spain and Madrid, the pipe is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get. So we know the position of the pipe. What is the significance of this to us? If we know the position of the pipe, then we can use the left command to cut off everything that is on the left of the pipe. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Left of the pipe, left of, now, so we take all of this. Left of company string, company string. From the left of company string, take this. From the left of company string, take this as country. I right? From the left of company string, I think a 1, 2, 1. Okay, so -1. From the left of company string, okay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
From the left of company string, what do we want? Look at England pipe northwest. Now, the pipe is in the 8th position. So how many characters are in England?
7.
7. So this here is 8th position. So to get the 7 characters, which is on the left of the pipe, we have to subtract 1 from 8. Not so.
Yes.
And if it's New Zealand, to get New Zealand from New Zealand pipe Christchurch, we have to subtract 1 from 12. Whatever the position is of the pipe, we subtract 1 on the left and we get the country. That is what this is saying. Now, this is a dynamic method. So with this, it really doesn't matter how many characters. So this query here will dynamically calculate and give you everything to the left of the pipe. It will give you everything to the left of the pipe. What if we want the region which is to the right of the pipe? If we want the region which is to the right of the pipe, we can do that 2 ways. There are 2 ways we can do that. So this is to find the country. Right. So to find right of the pipe, we want to find the region. How do we do that? Have I copied this already? I think I've copied it and pasted it already, right? Yeah, I've done this already. So this should actually come up here. I should put this here. Now, we don't use the left in this case, but we use substring. The first thing we would use here is the substring, which is the easier method. Substring, then company string, char index, pipe, company string, we're looking at to the right of the pipe. So assuming we are looking at, let's go back to the first one. England, pipe, northwest. Which character does the northwest start from? The pipe is in position 8. So
Oh, it
which
starts from 9.
starts from 9. So that should tell you that this is what? +1. Okay? +1. And how many characters do we want to display? Let's assume 30. Let's assume we want to display 30 characters. Substring, company string.
Substring doesn't need an S.
Substring, no, it doesn't.
Okay.
Substring, company string, char index, company string, +1, 30 as region. Why is this underlined? Let me see what
It
it's
needs an S. Substring.
Oh, okay, substring. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Substring. Thank you. So let's run this and see what we get. You see that gives us the region.
Yeah. Yeah.
That gives us the region.
Mm.
So if we were to put all of this together, we would get what? Let me put all of it together. I want to put all of it together. I want to have all in one display. Okay. Is that cool?
Okay. So Godwin, yes. So in Excel, I know
Mm.
we're not talking about Excel now. This is where you use text to column, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. You're right.
Mhm.
Very, very right.
It's easier to use that than to write all of this. But
Okay, so what if you are working in
yeah, I understand. Like banks, Tesco, Sainsbury, you have to use a
Exactly.
database like this because
Exactly.
of the number of customers. Understand?
Exactly. Any questions so far? I said we can do this 2 ways. So let's look at the other way to do this. Let's look at the other way. Somebody would say, okay, why can't we use right? We use the left. Why can't we use right? Yes, we can use right. But how do we then do that? That is the question. What happened? Why is everything on the line? Okay, company locations. Or we do this. Select company string. We get the position of the pipe. We already have a left string, a left part. Now we can find the right part. But that involves some careful thinking. That involves some careful thinking. With the right part that we want is from the pipe, one character away from the pipe. Okay, so we need to know how many characters there are in the company string. We need to know the number of characters. So we need to know the length of characters within the attribute. The attribute in this instance is company string. So let's take company string. What do we have to find to get the number of characters? You remember this? And then we find the length of company string again. From company string, let's find the length of company string, okay? Minus this. Take the length of company string. From company string, take the length of company string and subtract that bit there. So there are 8 characters in England, pipe, northwest. There are 8 characters in England, pipe, northwest. From pipe, from England and pipe, or from England and pipe makes up 8 characters. That is what we have here. The position of the pipe is the 8th. The pipe is on the 8th character. It's in the 8th character. Is the 8th character here. So what we are trying to do is to subtract that. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? I think there is one more. How many? 1, 2, 3. And this is 1, 2. So I think there's one more. There's a closing thing.
Oh, God,
Any question? Yes.
A question here. This char index is used to remove certain characters, isn't it?
No, the char index is usually showing the position of a particular character.
A particular, not
The
all
index of a character. Char index. Index. The position of a character.
Okay.
It doesn't remove the character. It shows the position where the character is.
That is okay.
So what this query is saying simply is this. What this one is saying is that you want to find everything to the right of char index. So you want to find everything to the right of the pipe. Everything that is to the right of the pipe. So it's saying that go into company string. Go into company string. Take the right of company string. or let me rephrase. Go into company string, find where the pipe is. This is the position of the pipe. Okay. First of all, go into company string, find the whole length of company string, and find where the pipe is within company string. Take the whole length of company string and subtract the number of characters up to the pipe. Is that making sense? So here, for example, 8 is the number of characters from the right up to the pipe. 7 is the number of characters from the right up to the pipe. So what it's saying here is that go into company string, find the length of all of company string, and then also find the position of the pipe. From the length of company string, subtract the number of characters up to the pipe from the right. So subtract the number of characters up to the pipe. This just gives us the number of characters up to the pipe from the left. Though we don't specify left here, it gives us number of characters up to the pipe from the left.
Godwin,
Yes.
this position of pipe
Mm-hmm.
column, did we create it or it came with this thing, the data?
No. Oh, you mean in this particular, under
Yeah.
company string?
Yes.
The position? No, it came with the data. But it was obviously created. It didn't just, it was created. That's why it's there. You understand? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions at all? Any questions at all? Okay. If there are no questions, let me quickly do something else. What is there? So we've done char index. Let's see cast. Use of casts. That's quite simple. That's simple but very important. Why? When do we use casts? And we will come across cast again when we do some other things. If I say, for example, if I tell the system, for example, this is not going to use any database. Let me see where I can get this from. Select title, surname, from employees. Okay. Let's see. Select all from employees. and then all from employees. Okay, so we see that okay. I can rewrite this in a certain way, in a way that just chooses certain attributes. I don't want everything as an output. I don't want everything as an output, so I just select a number of attributes. So assuming I say select title, select title, surname, start date, surname, first name, or first name, surname, first name, it says forename. Okay, start date. Forename, surname, start date. Start date. And I go on to say that title plus surname. Who knows what I'm trying to do?
You're trying to add all the names together to be on one line.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Already you can see that this is even not allowing us to go on. But why is it not allowing us to even go on with this? Let me leave this as it is. I would explain. The system knows straight away that something is wrong. Who can tell us what is wrong with this kind of thing that I'm trying to do?
To start with,
Hmm?
they're all in different columns. and there are different types of information. So I don't know if it's possible to combine them.
You just said something very interesting. You said they are all different what?
You have numbers, you have text,
Okay,
you have
numbers and
dates.
texts. Can you add numbers and text? Can you add up numbers and text?
I think it's in like an address. You have something like that.
Okay, I see what you are trying to say. But here I'm trying to put everything together as one. I'm trying to put everything together as one. Do you get that?
Yeah.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So there is one more, one unnecessary space. Okay. 1, 2, 3 plus that. 1, 2. I'm trying to make sure that we haven't just written more brackets than necessary. But you see, it's even telling the invalid common name. Start date. Invalid common name, surname. So it's not recognized. It's not going to do this addition, which is called concatenation. It's not going to concatenate. Okay, let's leave this for now. Let's leave it as it is. And let's look at something slightly different. That will make it a lot easier. If I were to do this, do you think the system would be able to what? Okay, who can read what I've written here? This line. Somebody
Like 2 plus 3.
Are you sure it's 2 plus 3?
It's 2 plus that 3 is a string. It's not
That
a
three
number.
is a string.
Mhm.
And the 2 is what?
A number.
It's a number. 2 is an integer. And 3 is a string. Do you think they would add up?
No.
No, they shouldn't add up. Technically, they shouldn't add up. But will they add up? Let's see. Have they added up?
Yes.
Okay. Why have they added up? In this particular instance, the system recognizes the 3 and then it thinks. So we are forcing the system to think. And it says, this person probably wants to write the number 3 and they've put it as a string, 3. And more so because we put the plus there. It says, okay, they probably want to do an addition. So we are forcing the system to think. And so it does the calculation regardless, though it shouldn't, but it does it. But now let's see what happens. If we write this separately, we write, or differently rather, do you think this will run?
No.
Why?
Because 3 is written in words and it's a string.
So here it's explicit. It is telling the system knows that no, this will definitely not happen. Here the system is overthinking. And this is called implicit conversion. It's called implicit conversion. It is overthinking. How do we correct that? If we run this, it will definitely not run. It won't execute, never. It will never execute. Because there's no way this character, there's no way it has anything in common with that. Here, there is some form of commonality, and which is why the system thinks within itself, which is why it's given the phrase implicit. Implicit means something within itself. So it thinks within itself and says, okay, probably this person wants to do that, wants to do an addition here, and then it does it for you. Okay. How do we make sure the system doesn't overthink? Mind you, if you cause your system to overthink, you are using computing space. The more work you give your computer, the slower it becomes. So assuming you cause your computer to think 1 million times, you can imagine it suddenly becomes very slow. Right? And so if you have a situation like this, where you are putting together different types of characters, that is where you use the word cast. And cast simply says that convert this character type to what I am telling you, to another type. Or convert this character type to what you are instructed to convert. So we can rewrite this same thing here can be written better. And in that particular case, the system does no thinking at all. It knows exactly what you want it to do, and it does that. So you put a cast here, you are asking the system to cast this string as an integer. You are asking it to cast this as an integer, and this is called an explicit. You've explained it very well. Explicit conversion. And this doesn't waste computing time. So in much the same way, if we were to come up here, we can cast, you see, these are all strings. We can cast, and this is a date. We can cast this date. Cast date as variable character we can cast this date as a variable character. So we have changed it from date to a character of this form. Okay? And if we were to do this, it should give us something like that. You see that it has worked now. Okay, let me give this an alias. Name with date. Name with date. Oh. Name with date. So it takes everything and puts them together as one. Title, surname, and date. Title, surname, title, surname, date. Is that clear? So you see the use of casts in this particular instance.
Yes.
We have been able to convert, or we have been able to change the data type of date to string. And so it has been able to combine under one column with that, with the surname and title. Any question? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Any questions so far? I'll leave convert. That is a little bit long. We will leave that for next class. We'll finish that next lesson and then we will continue with date handling. Unfortunately, I will not be around next week. So upper week, we will do that. Any questions so far? Oh, there is one more thing. Let me quickly do this. This is very short. This one is short. And this one is a fun game. You can use it to play. Fun. Reverse. I don't know if I gave you reverse as one of the words. Reverse. This is quite fun. It's fun. So what we've done here is concatenation. This one is concatenation. Concatenation means adding things together. Now reverse, it means just like the name implies, reverse. So let's select something. Okay, there's nothing. Let me just type it. Select. Salesman name. Select salesman name. From company locations. Let's see if there is something like that. Is that? Yep, there is salesman name. From company locations. We haven't this, you see, it's trimming and everything is still gone back to its original form. We can decide to reverse the name, the way the name appears. And why do you want that? That's just a game, actually, if you want to create a game. Or maybe you want to send a message to someone in code. And then when the person gets it, they can reverse it back. Reverse salesman name as reversed name. Reversed name. This one is quite short. So you'd see that the name would be reversed. Okay. So that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it for today. If there are no questions, we will meet next. We'll meet in 2 weeks' time.
Oh,
I'm not available next week, sorry.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll just send you these notes straight away. Only one thing copied. Wow, that's strange. Upon all of this, only one thing copied. Today is 28.
Yes.
Okay. You said I should post it onto the data September, this place, yeah? Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Godwin.
much.
Good night.
Night night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Night night.